Dear delegates, it seems very exciting that around the globe the participants are contributing their research, and we are associated with the medium of technology. And we hope that the variety and the range of disciplines around the countries will going to give us a better opportunity to understand every field. So with this, we enter into our session 3. The session 3 will be chaired by our next co-chair, Dr. Corrienna Abdul Talib. I'll take this opportunity to introduce our next co-chair to the delegates. Dr. Corrienna Abdul Talib is an assistant professor of the Department of Educational Science, Mathematics, and Creative Media in the School of Education, University of Technology, Malaysia, UTM, leading projects such as green chemistry, programming language, educational robotic, and scientific reasoning skills since 2015. She received her PhD and master's degree in the field of chemistry education from University of Sains Malaysia and a bachelor's degree from veterinary medicine from University Putra Malaysia. Dr. Corrienna has gained more than 19 years of teaching experiences in the field of science and chemistry from 2000 to 2011. She was a government secondary school teacher. Later, she joined Simeo Rescim as the science specialist in the Research and Development Division, leading awesome projects such as inquiry-based science education, lesson study, STEM's teachers' mindset, and has trained science and maths educators from Zambia and Simeo countries. Now, I'll take this opportunity to invite Dr. Corrienna for giving us an overview of her session. She has one invited speakers and several oral presentations in her session. I request Dr. Corrienna to click on the request to speak button so that we can take you on the screen and you can brief us about your session.
Technology agrees that it contributes to effective teaching and learning. So this is undeniable contribution to STEAM education and has been proven to improve students' creative reasoning skills. This will be improved with the help of adaptive digital game-based learning or ADGBL to strengthen students' positive attitudes towards STEAM education. However, collaborative learning can help students complete ADGBL activities faster and more effectively. Therefore, this study aims to analyze the effect of collaborative learning when completing the ADGBL module. Okay, so let's look at the methodology. So this study utilizes a qualitative research approach with a technology incorporated learning module utilizes in the ADGBL. It involved 9 first-year chemistry undergraduate students from a national public university who were purposely selected. 3 of them took part in this study as sole participants, whereas another 6 students were grouped into 2 groups of 3 participants in each group. The participants were given the task to complete the module 1, 2, and 3 and a survey on the time of completion, knowledge, activity, and also collaboration. Time taken to complete the modules were recorded for both individual and group participants. The survey was analyzed and presented under the results sections. Okay. So the first table indicated the time taken for the individual participants to complete the modules. So participant 1 completed modules 1, 2, and 3 within 40, 105, and 120 minutes respectively. So participant 2 completed modules 1, 2, and 3 within 45, 110, and 130 minutes respectively. And participant 3 completed modules 1, 2, and 3 within 30, 190 minutes respectively. So the results indicated that participant 3 was the fastest in completing the 3 modules, followed by participant 2, except in the case of module 3, where participant 1 is faster than participant 2. So the second table indicated the time taken for the group participation to complete the modules. Group 1 completed modules 1, 2, and 3 within 25, 65, and 70 minutes respectively. Group 2 completed modules 1, 2, within 20, 70, 72 minutes respectively. The results indicated that Group 1 was faster in completing modules 1 and 2, which is contrary to module 1, where Group 2 is faster than of Group 1. Okay, so the table on the left revealed the participation in a qualitative online survey form individually to assess the collaborative learning strategy in completing the modules. On the time of completing the module, there are issues with the module completion, which include some items very difficult to figure out. Some questions are out of my scope of knowledge. It took some time to really understand and try to figure out the answer. And some challenges are totally different based on individual understanding. So the respondent opinion shows some challenging issues with the completion of the module, which ranges from item difficulty, non-compliance with the scope, time taken to figure out answers. Regarding knowledge based on the individual perception, the respondent reported, I know very little about electronics, but sometimes already the last I deal with these things. While another response was, yes, I know what electronics and completing the puzzle is a little easy for me. This reveals very little knowledge of the individual participant on the subject content, and completing the puzzle is a little bit easy for some of the respondents at an individual level. The table on the right discloses that the participation in a qualitative online survey form group to assess the collaborative learning strategy in completing the modules. On the time of completing the module, there are issues with the module completion, which include we managed to find the answers. I managed to answer question which I know, and another group mate answered the question he knows. Doing the task in the group made it really easy and fast to complete. The respondents' opinion demonstrated that even with some challenging issues with the completion of the module, which ranges from item difficulty, non-compliance with the scope time taken to figure out answers, they managed to find answers for the question, and collaboration made it easy and fast to complete. About knowledge based on the group perception, respondents reported it was a good sharing of knowledge session. We able to share whichever we know to each other. Solving the challenge was very easy since we know different things and we able to share it. I able to share my understandings to other friends and they did the same to me in order to solve the problems. This reveal, even with very little knowledge of the individual participants on the subject content and completing the puzzle is a little bit easy for some of the respondents of it at an individual level. Members of the group shared their ideas and understanding with other members and finally solved the problem. Okay, so the study revealed that adaptive digital learning is more enhanced and effective when it involves collaborative learning. Collaborative learning can only improve general personal performance by improving the quality of the task performed, but also improve performance in class, such as improving the formation of ideas and opinions. So there are significant differences in student achievement and abilities compared with others' collaboration in a blended learning environment. So joint learning has no positive effect on the skills of the student in the practice and the ability of the poster to answer the immediate assessment question. Okay, and then for the conclusion, adaptive digital game-based learning strategy in a mixed learning environment to study jointly due to different ideas, skills, and experiences among students have significant implication on student ability to complete a task, find answers for the shared ideas and understanding with other members, and finally solve the problem. It also shows that collaborative learning encourages activities in the group that are more fascinating, interesting and fun compared to an individual, making students learn with fun and excitement. So adaptive digital learning is more enhanced and effective when it involves collaborative learning instead of the individual. Hence, collaborative learning is added advantage in completing activities related to ADGBL. So finally, just to acknowledge, this work was supported by the Industry International Incentive Grant and also Ministry of Higher Education under the Prototype Research Grant Scheme. I would like to express my thank you to all, and if you have any question, please do not hesitate to contact me at corrienna@utm.my. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Corrienna. Indeed, it's a wonderful presentation and a good starting of your session 3 in ICON MES 21.